Welcome, fellas, to the Captain Saver Bro Show, episode 13, Chargehoephobia. Yeah, that's a new word for you. I know you never heard of that, but we're going to get into that first. I want to let you guys know that this show is available via Spotify, Apple Music, Google Podcasts, and YouTube. So if you want to watch the video format, just type in Captain Saver Bro Show or type in King Dre on YouTube, and it should come up. Same with Spotify, Apple Music. If you're finding me on YouTube and you want to catch this on Spotify or Apple Music, then just type in the search bar Captain Saver Bro Show, and I'll come right up. Also, this show is brought to you by SaverBroAcademy.com, your one-stop shop for all your course needs, all your game needs, from attraction 101, finding your value, how to build confidence, how to vet women properly. All of those courses are available on Saver Bro Academy. Also, fellas, join the Patreon at patreon.com/KingDreism. You got the $5 tier. We got the $5 tier, which ain't gonna be $5 for too much longer. But if you get it now on the $5 tier, you'll stay on the $5 tier. But we got the $5 tier where we drop videos twice a week, exclusive behind the scenes videos, how-to videos breaking down the game twice a week. And we also have the $100 tier where we twice a month we meet via Zoom and answer questions, have a game session, kick game, go over text threads, everything dating and game and life related for men. We do this twice a month via Zoom. So that's a steal to do this for $100 a month for twice a month. It's a steal because me personally, I'm upwards of $500 per hour for a one-on-one consultation. So, and if you want one of those, you can book me at Dre, DRE at KingDreism.com. Also, follow me on all social media. That's IG, TikTok, and Twitter at KingDreism, KingDreism. But let's get straight into this, Chargehoephobia. Now, this show was inspired. I actually did this show when I first started. I touched on this on YouTube when I first started, maybe 3 years ago. Didn't get that many views. And I had an episode then called Chargehoephobia, and I was breaking down what that is, which we'll get into that in a minute. But the recent Johnny Depp shit, or the Johnny Depp stuff, and the Will Smith stuff, and the countless messages you guys send me every other day is what made me want to talk about this again. Johnny Depp is going through something, and everybody's sending me this, oh, you should talk about this. I feel so bad for him. And this is the thing, right? And I'll just say this about the Johnny Depp situation. And I say this to all of you guys. It's nothing really to talk about because the things that I teach you, if you apply what I teach you, you don't deal with women like that. It shouldn't have got that far. Like, do I really feel bad for him? No. Because it shouldn't have got that far. You see what I'm saying? It shouldn't get that far with Will Smith. You shouldn't let women mistreat you to the point to where they get mad at you and they taking a crap on your bed. Disgusting. And this is for all you dudes, all my brothers, my black guys out there, and my Latina guys who think white ice is colder, if you know what I'm saying. Yeah. Disgusting. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, that's neither here nor there. But yeah, I just didn't. It's nothing really to do a video on and break down as far as, cover his situation, because it's like, in my mind, it's like, why are you even in that situation in the first place? Like, how did this even get this far? You see what I'm saying? To the point that you just letting this woman mistreat you and do all type of foul stuff to you. And the same with Will Smith. And I asked you guys the same thing, right? But the problem, and this is the key, and this is why guys like Johnny Depp or Will Smith or whatever, this is why they go through stuff like this. And guys, if you a guy who go through stuff like this is why. And this is a term that I coined called chargehoephobia. Chargehoephobia, one word, chargehoephobia. And this is a mental condition, right? It's basically a fear of dismissing women, right? But I'll get into that in a second. But before I break down the chargehoephobia thing, a lot of you guys don't understand what charge means. Charge is short for charge to the game. You guys hear me all the time when I'm in reference to when women doing something wrong. You hear me say check them, or you hear me say charge them. When I say charge them, I mean charge them to the game. Charge it to the game. In urban culture, it means to dismiss it and not worry about it no more. Right? You leave it to the hands of the streets. You leave it to the hands of the game. Charge it to the game. Let it go and don't worry about it no more. It's like charging a bag of chips to your credit card. You're using the credit card's money. You see what I'm saying? So when you hear a guy say charge it to the game or charge her to the game, that's what that means. Get rid of her and don't worry about her no more. That's the game's problem. You see what I'm saying? That's the game's that just come with the game. Shitty women come with the game, and you're gonna charge the game. You see what I'm saying? You're not gonna stress about it. You're not gonna let it affect your mood, your day. You're not gonna let it ruin your life. You're not gonna let it take over your life. You're not gonna let it make you sad, depressed. You're gonna get rid of it, whether it's whatever it is, and you're gonna keep it moving. Charge it to the game. So that's what that means when you hear me say stuff like that. When you hear me say charge her or charge her to the game, I mean get rid of her, and that's the game's problem. You see what I'm saying? Let the game pay for that. Let the streets pay for that. You see? So now that's why I coined this term, chargehoephobia. Chargehoephobia. This is a mental condition, right? They should put this in the DSM too. This is the psychology people when they have the book of the, all of the mental conditions and the guidelines. They should put chargehoephobia in there, right? And again, this is a fear of getting rid of women. This is a fear of dumping women or making women kick rocks or walking away from women due to the fear of being alone or the fear that you won't replace her. You see what I'm saying? And so you scared, you let them do all type of shit to you. You let them do all type of stuff to you, and you be scared to dismiss them. You be scared to put them on ice. You be scared to charge them. You be scared to kick them to the curb because you scared of being alone. You scared you ain't gonna find her again. You scared she gonna go deal with somebody else. You see what I'm saying? You scared she gonna go get somebody else them goods. You scared she ain't gonna never call you again, right? And when you let these fears get in the way of your integrity and your self-dignity, this is called chargehoephobia. Again, King Dre coined that. Now, we're gonna get into the dangers, right? There are dangers. Just like any other condition or health condition or mental condition, there are dangers, there are causes, and there are symptoms. And I'm going to break down all of the dangers of having chargehoephobia. I'm going to break down all of the causes, as much as I can, right? The most important stuff, all of the causes of chargehoephobia and all of the symptoms. You see what I'm saying? But guys, you have to get rid of this fear, right? If you walk around being scared of being alone, you walk around being scared of losing your woman or being scared to replace your woman, you put up with all type of crap. You put up with all type of stress. And women exploit the fact that you won't kick them to the curb. Women exploit the fact that you're scared to lose them. They know when you're scared to lose them because they test you for it. All women test you for this in the beginning. You see what I'm saying? So it's important that if you have what I call chargehoephobia, it's important that you get it in check. You have to get it in check, or none of your relationships are going to be successful, ever. You're going to always deal with bull crap. You're going to always deal with drama. You're going to always feel less than. You're going to always get the bottom of the barrel. You're going to always get the short end of the stick. You feel what I'm saying? So you have to take care of the chargehoephobia. If you need more help, you know what to do. Book me for a one-on-one session at King Dreism, because this is serious. Book me for a one-on-one session, or join some of the groups, the Facebook groups. There's resources out there, is what I'm saying. And reach out to me if you have this. You have this fear. You understand what I'm saying? And we got to get you right. But first, what we're gonna do real quick. Well, not real quick. And again, I'm not gonna hold y'all 2 hours today, 2.5 hours, 2 hours. I'm gonna try to get this over with in an hour. But first, what we're gonna do is we're gonna get into the dangers of chargehoephobia. So these are the things that happen. These are the things, some of the most the serious things that happen to your life, the serious things how the things that affect your quality of life when you have this condition, when you have this chargehoephobia condition. These are the dangers. Now, one of the main dangers of having this condition that I call chargehoephobia is you're going to always have unhealthy, toxic relationships. None of your relationships will be healthy if women see that you scared to walk away from them, or you'll tolerate anything in fear of losing them. You're never going to have a satisfactory, I don't even know if that's a word. You're never going to get satisfaction out of your relationships when women see this. You see what I'm saying? It's going to always be toxic because there is no incentive to treat you good. The thing that keeps women in line in relationships, fellas, the things that keep women at the main thing, that keeps a woman in line in a relationship, fellas, is your ability to walk away. When a woman knows that you will leave her ass alone and you provide her value and she's valuable to you, that's what keeps a woman in line. It's not putting your hands on them. It's not being controlling. It's none of that. It's the fear of losing you. This is the incentive to keep women, on their leash, so to speak, or keep them in line. You see what I'm saying? And the thing is, even a good girl, how can I say this? A weak, soft man brings out the worst in any woman. You see what I'm saying? A man who's weak, a man who's soft, a man who's a coward will bring out the worst in any woman, even if it's a good woman, if that makes sense. You see what I'm saying? A man who's weak, soft, a coward, can't stand up for himself will bring out the worst in the good women. Good women will treat you like shit if you don't stand up for yourself. It's just natural for people to mistreat things that don't have value, right? And you have to put the value on yourself. It's just natural. And I'm not saying that people should mistreat other people, but in terms of in the confines of a relationship, even a good girl will disrespect you if you have no respect for yourself. Even a good girl will lose attraction for you, and then her loss of attraction will make the relationship sour because she's not attracted to you, and you want sex, you want this, and she can't give you this because she's not attracted to you. So she's pulling away. She's doing things that's not considered good girl behavior. What makes a good girl is a good man. And when I say a good man, I don't mean a simp or a wimp or a guy who will do whatever. I mean a solid man. So what I'm saying is, when you have a woman even a woman who's good, the treatment won't be good if you're not solid, right? And solid in terms of if she sees that, she can walk all over you. That'll turn a good girl bad. You see what I'm saying? And the sucky part about this is the longer she's doing this type of stuff, the longer she's in this zone, the more resentful she becomes. And she gonna ultimately end up leaving you or cheating on you or sabotaging the relationship because she can't get what she needs from you. And this is all stemming from you being scared to walk away, you being scared to, check bad behavior. You see what I'm saying? Because even good women test you. Even good women come with their days. Good women get upset. Good women express their emotions. Good women get bitchy too. You see what I'm saying? But when you're not handling that correctly, it's going to make it even more sour and sour because she's going to lose attraction for you. You see what I'm saying? So that's big, man. If you don't have, if you're scared to charge women to the game, you're scared to get rid of them, you're scared to walk out of a woman's life, you're going to always have unhealthy, toxic relationships. You're never going to have a good relationship over the long term. You see what I'm saying? Because it's the breeding grounds for a woman's bad behavior is a man who's scared to get rid of her. And that's the thing. That is the thing that keeps a woman in line. Your ability to walk away. When women be doing these pullbacks and all this shit and treating you crazy, what's my number one solution? All the time, walk away. It takes strength. You know what I'm saying? You got to be strong, but this is what they respect, and it's the only thing they respect. They're not going to respect you arguing with them. They're not going to respect you pouring your heart out and writing letters and getting on social media crying. They're not going to expect you respect you putting your hands on them. You see what I'm saying? They're going to respect the fact that you will leave their ass and replace them and be happy about it. That's what they respect. You see what I'm saying? So got to get rid of your chargehoephobia, right? Or you're going to always have unhealthy, toxic relationships. Now, the next thing, the next danger of having chargehoephobia is being an easy target for energy vampires. Women know, bad women who are exploitive, low quality women, evil women, they prey on weak men, and they know how to spot these weak men. You see what I'm saying? And so guys who always seem to be with women who are, low quality, who evil, who always taking advantage of them, who mistreating them, who's being a vampire and draining their energy. If you ever wonder why you always keep attracting this, it's because you're being targeted and they spotting you. They it's like blood in the water. You see what I'm saying? They can just sniff you out from across the city, from way on the other side of the city. They can sniff you out. You see what I'm saying? So you're an easy target when you're in this low state like this. And low state meaning being scared to walk away from women, because it's root causes. I'm gonna get into the root causes of it, which allows you to be a target in a minute. But this is just the dangers. But they can smell you. They can feel you out. You see what I'm saying? When they meet you, they can tell by your posture. They can tell by the stuff you post on social media. They can tell by how you walking when you in the gym. They can tell. And so this is why you end up meeting these type of women, because you're being targeted. And the thing is about these type of women, they can be very sweet at first. They know how to play the role and be very sweet in the beginning, very sweet at first. And this is the hook, right? To hook you in. And once you hooked in, it's hard to escape it. And it ain't even that it's hard to escape it. It's hard for you to let them go, regardless of how they treat you. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm telling you guys, you got to get rid of this. You have to get rid of this. Now, the third danger that comes with chargehoephobia is sexual frustration. You're going to always be sexually frustrated, right? Because this neediness, right? This fear, this I can't lose you. I don't ever want to lose you when I get some good. This behavior that you display, women are not sexually attracted to it. So it's going to always be a chore for a woman to sleep with you. The guys who are in relationship who's expressed to their woman that they can never live without them, or the woman who they in situations where the woman mistreat them or the woman cheats on them and the guy don't leave them anyway. It's no secret. It's no secret, and it's no surprise, and it's no coincidence that these guys don't get much sex from these women. It's because that weakness is a sexual repellent. You see what I'm saying? They not turned on by it. So when you have this type of energy to where you don't want to lose a woman, you scared to be alone, this weakness is going to repel her sexually. In every situation that you get in, women are going to sense this, and it's going to turn her off. And when she's turned off, right, you still need intimacy, right? Because you're still a human being. So now this causes problems. And now you feeling even more, now it's fucking with your confidence. Now it's eating you up on the inside. Now it's making you sad because you got to watch Pornhub. But here you is, you're taking care of a woman and you doing for a woman, but she giving you all type of excuses, how she got a headache. You hearing, I got a headache every night. You see what I'm saying? I got a headache. I'm tired. I'm nauseous tonight. You got to hear this because it's a chore for her to sleep with you. She got to staple her stomach together to sleep with you. And she sleep with you just enough to keep you going. You see what I'm saying? So you miss out on this true, genuine sexual desire. That's amazing, by the way, when you deal with women. This is the good thing about women. When they desire you, the sex is great, but you don't get to experience this because your behavior is turning them off. And so you go through life sexually frustrated. This sexual frustration makes you bitter at women. You see what I'm saying? You're watching porn all the time, but you're bitter, you're angry, and you're bitter and angry. You tense and you get blue balls all the time. And then you get on my comments and you see me and you're going off on women. Women ain't this. I'm MGTOW. You ain't MGTOW. You just sexually frustrated, right? You sexually frustrated. That's what it is. Sexual frustration will take a toll negatively on your mental health. But this sexual frustration is coming from you being a chargehoephobic. You're scared to charge them hoes to the game. You feel what I'm saying? Women are not going to be attracted to you sexually if you have this type of behavior. Now, the fourth danger of chargehoephobia is infidelity. Women will cheat on you if they know they can, right? Women will cheat. Now, I'm not saying that there's good women who will leave you first. Good women will leave you. A woman who's a decent woman, I'm going to say good, but a woman who's a decent woman who has morals will more than likely sabotage the relationship and leave you first. But most women, I'm going to say there's a lot of women who ain't good women or who don't have that type of moral compass or who don't think that there's anything wrong with getting her needs met elsewhere. You see what I'm saying? And a lot of the times, these are the women, these going to be the women who targeting you, these energy vampires. And so these are the women who going to cheat on you. You see what I'm saying? So if you're a guy who's scared to let women go, scared to be alone, scared to give a woman her walking papers, you more than likely gonna get cheated on. And then women gonna see, well, what incentive do I have? Why stop? Right? They gonna cheat on you, right? They gonna cheat on you, and if you gonna take them back, so they gonna do it again. Let me tell you fellas something real quick. Let me tell you guys something. If a woman ever cheats on you, that's it. Game over. You never ever take her back. If a woman cheats on you, never ever take her back. She will never stop. Ever. Ever. Do not accept a woman back who cheats on you. It's never going to stop. I've never ever saw a situation ever in my life to where a woman cheated on a man, he took her back and she stopped. It don't work like that. She's going to see, well, if I can do this and he gonna still leave me, and then, he not gonna leave me, but I still don't get my needs met from him, right? So when I want to get my needs met, and I want to be happy, I want to feel this feeling, I'm gonna just go do it again, but maybe I'm gonna be smarter about it. You see what I'm saying? Maybe I'm gonna be smarter about it. So if a woman cheat on you, you gotta leave her. But again, when women see that you won't leave her, the disrespect gonna escalate to ultimately her cheating. And then if you're not gonna leave her anyway, she's just gonna keep doing it. Cause it's like, well, why do I have to stop? He's still gonna take care of me. He's still gonna have my back. He's still gonna love me unconditionally, like a fool. He's still gonna pay for me. He's still gonna make sure I'm good. He's still gonna provide for me. He's still gonna protect me. He's still gonna, roll out the red carpet. He's still gonna do all of this shit. So I can get all of this and I can go get my rocks off somewhere and get that good feeling. Why not? He ain't gonna do nothing about it but cry and be, you know what I'm saying? It's women who think like that. And oftentimes the women who think like this are the women you're attractive. The women who think like this are the women you're attracting because you're weak and you're being targeted. You see how that go hand in hand? So you can't be scared to charge them. Now, excuse me, I'm losing my train of thought. You can't be scared to charge them because, you're going to always get cheated on when you have that fear of charging women or fear of giving a woman her walking papers. Now, the fifth thing is lackluster treatment. Women are going to always treat you subpar, right? If a woman don't have to go above and beyond, right, then she's not going to. I'm just letting you know that right now. The only time they'll do this, when a woman will come in going above and beyond, is when they're trying to get something from you. They're trying to secure you, right? But a lot of women, and those are very manipulative women who do that, but a lot of women, most women, you're going to have to teach them how to treat you. You're going to have you're going to have to direct them and lead them into the submission, right? And when you have this fear of letting women go, when you have this fear of charging women to the game, giving women her walking papers, this fear of being alone, you don't want to push the envelope because you don't want to offend a woman. Like, you wouldn't tell a woman to rub your feet because you don't want to offend her, right? You think it's not that you think it's offensive, but you don't want her to be offended. So you kind of let her walk light, right? You let her walk light with the treatment, but you the one that's not getting your needs. You the one that's not getting your needs met. You the one that's, that's getting lackluster treatment. And you the one that's putting everything in. You should be getting treated like a king, but you're not getting treated like a king because you're not requiring much. And you're not requiring much because you're scared, you scared that the woman ain't going to be with that. You see what I'm saying? And again, if a woman don't have to give you the moon, she ain't. If all a woman got to come and do is be pretty and, cook for you every now and again and give you sex once a month to get taken care of for the rest of her life, she gonna do that. If you don't require it, she gonna do it. I mean, if you don't require it, she not gonna do it. You see what I'm saying? Ain't no woman going to go above and beyond when they don't have to. Now, again, they will in the beginning of the situation to secure you, right? Because they think that's what they have to do, right? But once they see that they ain't got to do that, you're going to get lackluster sex. You're going to get lackluster treatment. They you see what I'm saying? And no man who works a full-time job, who's working or got a business or providing for a woman, should get lackluster treatment from that woman. No man who's going out his way to work, run a business, go out, catch the meal, slay the dragon. No man who's working to provide for a woman, who's running a business to provide for a woman, should ever be treated lackluster. But the reason they treat you lackluster is because you allow them to. But you deserve, if you putting your life on the line, you sacrificing your time, your energy, your life in order to provide for a woman, there's no way that she should be treating you lackluster or less than. There's no way that should be happening. When you basically sacrificing your existence to see that she's okay. There's no way that she's giving you the bare minimum, right? And they're going to give you the bare minimum if you don't require much. You see what I'm saying? And again, this bare minimum treatment, this lackluster treatment is going to frustrate you because it's not adding up. She's putting in a little, you sacrificing your life. This is going to make you resentful. This is going to make you frustrated. You don't got game, so you're going to act like a simp, but you're not going to let her go. You're just going to whine and complain. You see what I'm saying? And she going to give you pushback. You ain't going to do nothing about the pushback. And so she's just going to get worse and worse and worse. And it's this vicious cycle of bullshit. You see what I'm saying? And nothing ain't going to get better. You're going to become more frustrated. She going to become more bitchy. But the only solution is to charge her ass to the game. You feel what I'm saying? These are the main dangers. I could list way more, but I want to get into some of the causes and some of the symptoms because, again, I don't want to be here for 3 and 4 hours trying to break this down. But I'm pretty sure you guys can think about this and see where I'm going as far as the dangers, right? And see how a lot of your problems are stemming from you scared to give a woman her walker papers. A lot of your problems is this is where it stems from. Of course, there's other things, but this is one of the main causes of you going through the bull crap that you go through with women and the women in your life. So now we went over the dangers of chargehoephobia. Now we're going to give you the causes. These are the things that causes a man to have this fear. It charges a man that has this shitty mental condition called chargehoephobia, right? One of the first things is, and not again, but real quick, it can be a combination of any of these things, but it can be a combination, or it can be one, or it can be 4, or it can be 2, but just pay attention. And if you struggle with, you identify with something on this list, and you got to fix it. And if you need more help, again, reach out to me. But one of the first causes is being insecure, right? And feeling inadequate about your own abilities to get better, right? Meaning you don't believe you can get a better woman, right? You don't believe, women gonna treat you better. You don't believe women can treat you good, right? And one of the things that perpetuates that belief is a lot of this red pill ideology, right? That you see today, right? I'm not saying that this is the major cause of it, but one of the things, and this is just came up in my head, this wasn't even in my notes, right? As I was doing this, I thought about it. A lot of red pill ideology makes women to be the boogeyman. So if you believe women are the boogeyman, then you accept them to be the boogeyman. You understand what I'm saying? And when you accept them to be in the boogeyman, you believe, okay, well, this is to be expected. This bad behavior is going to be expected, right? So you don't believe that there's better out there. You don't believe that you can get better. That's some deep stuff. So pay attention to the stuff that you listening to on these YouTube streets and on the internet, because it's making you feel inadequate about your abilities, right? But outside of that, when you feel insecure or when you feel inadequate about your abilities to get better, right? You don't believe that, you can get a better woman. You don't believe that women can treat you good. You don't believe that you deserve to be treated good for whatever reason, right? And if you believe that this woman is all you can get, you're never gonna want to let her go. Despite what she do to you, despite how she treats you, you're never gonna want to kick her to the curb if you believe that she's the best you can get, right? And feeling like this comes from being insecure and feeling inadequate. So when you finally get a woman, it's like, well, this is the best I can do. I'm lucky to have her, so I'm gonna tolerate it through thick and thin. Bad marriage for life, like Will Smith said with his woman. You see what I'm saying? Women have another way that guys feel like this is, some of it stems from childhood, which I'm gonna get on that later, about relationships with your mothers. But a lot of the times women plant these seeds into your head slowly but surely over the weekend. Over the weekend. What the fuck am I talking about? Slowly but surely over my producer laughing at me. Slowly but surely over the course of the relationship. You see what I'm saying? They plant little small seeds of doubt into your head. I don't know who gonna deal with your ass. Ain't nobody gonna deal with your ass but me. You see what I'm saying? They don't like you. They don't love you. They only want you for your money. They only want you for your money. I love your fat ass. I'm the one that's gonna wash your drawers, and they say little stuff like this to you whenever you get into an argument, whenever you get into a situation. You see what I'm saying? And you got to be careful what you processing, what your brain processing, because it's gonna start believing that shit. You see what I'm saying? So don't ever let a woman make you feel like you the best that she can do. They'll tell you, oh, it don't get no better than me. Can't nobody give you what I can give you. Shit, if they can't. You see what I'm saying? And your game's supposed to be so strong that you can create that again. You can bring that out of any woman that you come into your life. That's how strong your game should be. That's how strong my game is. I believe that I can create this good treatment. I can create my ideal situation from the women that come into my life. It's not just one who will never love me like this, and all the mother girls ain't gonna put up with your shitty draws and your stinky farts and all of this shit. I don't believe that. I believe I can create my heavens as far as my situations with my women. So a woman can't come to me talking to me like that and preaching to me that type of stuff and planting those seeds into my head. You see what I'm saying? Again, they know what they're doing when they do that. You see what I'm saying? But over time, those seeds gonna grow, and you're gonna feel like this is the best you can do. She's my everything. She's my all. It don't get no better than this. You see what I'm saying? And that's not true. There's 8 billion women on the planet. She's not the best you can do, bro. You see what I'm saying? And if your game was strong, you can create that treatment. You can, if you was a good leader, you show people how to treat you. You guide women. You create your scenario. You create your heaven. You create your kingdom. You see what I'm saying? Don't ever feel like a woman is the best you can do. Without her, I don't know where I would have been. You see what I'm saying? When you have these types of feelings, without her, man, I don't know where I'd be without her. When you have these types of feelings, this causes chargehoephobia, right? I have women in my life that I appreciate, that have, done me wonders, who've done, went to the moon and back for me. But if they wouldn't have did it, somebody else would have did it. You see what I'm saying? It ain't that, I got to stay with them because there ain't no way, I don't know where I'm going to find a woman who going to do this. No, I just find another woman to do it. And shout out to the women who fuck with me that hear this. It's no disrespect, or it's not even that I don't appreciate it, but I do appreciate it. And I appreciate it because I do. But it's like, I don't think like, where would I be without her? I'd be here because somebody else would have did what I made her do, or what I showed her to do, how I showed her how to treat me, and I gave her the blueprint on how to contribute to this. I just would have did it with somebody else. You understand what I'm saying? So yeah, women can't come at me like that. They can't come at me like that. Because I believe that I can do that with any woman who give me time. You see what I'm saying? But again, if you believe that, you don't have the ability to get better, if you believe that she's the best you can do, this is going to cause you to have the fear of kicking her to the curb, right? And when you have the fear of kicking her to the curb, I just explained to you the type of dangers that come with that. You see what I'm saying? So, excuse me. So you have to, you got to fix it, man. You got to fix it, but let's move on, right? Now, the second cause of chargehoephobia is an extreme fear of rejection. Guys who have a fear of rejection, right? Whenever they get something, whenever they get a woman to give them airtime, they hold on to it really tight because they don't want to be rejected no more. They don't want to go cold approach. They don't want to, put into dates and not get nothing back. They don't want to be escalating and the woman be like, oh, not tonight. I'm now know you like that. They don't want to face that rejection. So when they get them something, they go above and beyond to keep it. Fear of rejection is heavy. That fear of rejection allows so much. It's the cause of so much holes in a man's game, that fear of rejection. And it causes chargehoephobia, again, because when you're scared of getting rejected, it makes you feel less than when a woman rejects you. When you finally get that girl, you'll let her do everything to you. You won't have boundaries. You won't check her when she disrespect. You won't put her on timeout when she need to be put on timeout, and she's seeing this and she treating you all types of ways, but you ain't doing it because it's just the thought of you going back out there on the market is terrifying. Just the thought of being rejected by women is terrifying. You see what I'm saying? Fear of rejection is a monster. You have to get over that fear of rejection. Listen, the worst a woman can tell you is no, bro. When a woman tell you no, you're not going to die. Your money's not going to stop. You ain't going to lose your job. Your dick not going to fall off. You ain't going to lose no money. That's it, bro. It's just no. And who was her in the first place? Who is she in the first place? More than likely, most of these women, let me tell y'all something, right? Let me help you get over your fear of rejection. Most of these women are one paycheck away from homelessness. I'm going to say this again. Fellas, if you have a fear of rejection, if you have a fear of going to talk to women, right, just realize that it's a good chance that the woman you going to talk to is one paycheck away from homelessness. She should be thankful. She should thank God that you walking into her life. This is how I feel. When I go approach women, when I go approach a woman or women, I have the mentality of she should thank God that I'm coming to talk to her. because there's nothing she can do tangibly for my life that I can't, that, you see what I'm saying? That I'm not already, like, she can't add to my life tangibly, right? And not to say that she can't add to my life, but what she can do is a dime a dozen compared to what I can do. Most men just want to hit you. I want to hit it too, but most men, that's where it stops at. I have the ability to change your life and give you a comfortable life, a safe space, right? I can list my qualities. I can list my qualities on it. I got my qualities listed out, which is, I'm gonna get there in a second. But when I approach her, I'm coming at her with this mentality. So if she turned me down, that's her loss. If she turned me down, that's her loss. I'm gonna give you guys an exercise. I don't want to stay on this one for too long. I'm gonna give you guys an exercise to help with your fear of rejection, right? List out all of the qualities. List out all of your qualities. This is your homework, right? If you're watching this on YouTube, when you comment, when you say when you hear this part, let me know down in the comments. Say, I accept the challenge. This is your challenge. This is your homework. You're gonna make 2 lists. You're gonna make a list of all of your qualities as a man that you have, the good qualities that you have that can make the world a better place. And then you make a separate list of all of the qualities that you have that can make a woman's life better in the confines of a relationship. And every day you should strive to make this list longer and longer and longer. When you can look at this list and see things tangible, this gives you confidence, right? So when you look at women and it's time to approach them, you're approaching them with the thing, with the mentality of you really doing her a favor. You see what I'm saying? The reason why you guys have this fear is because you think the woman is above you. Again, most of these women are struggling, broke, can't figure it out, one paycheck away from homelessness. I just matched with a chick on pretty chick on not Instagram, Tinder or whatever. And as y'all know, I ain't really, you know, in them streets like that. I just be talking to chicks and seeing, you know, I basically be doing them how they do y'all, how they do us, right? Just talking and wasting their time, right? But I'm just getting data because I'm a dating coach, right? So this is the chick I was talking to, and she's like, oh, hey, how you doing? I'm like, oh, what's up? I'm like, how you doing? She was like, oh, I'm just trying to figure out my life. I'm like, you 30. You see what I'm saying? But this same chick probably be treating y'all like, you know what I'm saying? Guys approach her and she probably turn their nose up at him. You see what I'm saying? She trying to figure her life out. This is what I'm saying. Most women don't have it together despite what they tell you. They don't have it together. Something is rocky, whether it's their mental health or something, right? Or they broke, or they barely making ends meet. But they just get on Instagram and put filters on and look pretty and put on makeup and shit. You feel what I'm saying? The majority of women, this is their reality. And so you as the rock, you as the guy who can fix this, the masculine man who has the solutions, who's doing good things, you shouldn't be like, what are you scared of? She damn near beneath you, bruh. You understand what I'm saying? She damn near beneath you. So have this mentality. When you can adopt this mentality and internalize this and soak this shit up and let this pump through your vein, this game pump through your veins, you won't be scared to approach no fucking woman. All right? I look at it like I'm doing a good deal. When I deal with women, I'm doing God's work because I'm making people better. You see what I'm saying? I'm making women's lives better, which makes the children's lives better. It makes everybody's lives better. I'm doing a good deed. This is how I look at it. So if she approached me, if she turned me down, that's her loss. And I don't, another thing, stop internalizing everything. She may be on her period. Her stomach may be hurting. She maybe got a rush and don't have time. She may have a boyfriend. She may not be open to relationships because she's busy with school or work, or because she's trying to figure out how to pay her goddamn rent. Everything ain't about you. So just because she rejects you don't mean there's something wrong with you. She ain't holler at me. She turned me down. I keep getting rejected. What's wrong with me? Nothing, bro. A lot of the times, I'm not saying don't work on yourself and make yourself attractive, but don't internalize it. Again, when if a woman turned me down, something wrong with her, not me. If she can't see the value, she ain't needed. I get this to a woman who can see the value. Adopt that mentality and you don't have to worry about you not you don't have to worry about, but you'll get rid of a lot of your fear of rejection. Again, this fear of rejection is the root cause for a lot of your troubles in your life. It's one of the root causes for chargehoephobia. Now, the next thing that causes chargehoephobia is laziness. Guys, you got to stop being lazy out here. King Dre, how does laziness cause chargehoephobia, right? Let me give you some ways, right? And some scenarios, right? Now, one of the things guys get lazy on is their appearance, right? They don't want to keep themselves up. They don't want to do the work that it takes to keep themselves attractive, like going to the gym, being strict with their diet, watching what put in their mouth, going to buy clothes, putting clothes together to keep themselves attractive. So what happens is when they get a woman who accepts them, who accepts them not being attractive, because you have to be attractive, right? You have to be attractive to attract women. But when you get a woman who quote unquote accepts you for not being, tip top, and they accept you at your mediocre self, right? Of not being attractive, or being, out of shape, or being fat, or not dressing good, you have a lackluster appearance. When you get a woman who accepts that, you cling to that, because other women are going to want you to be attractive, and you don't want to be attractive. Well, not that you don't want to be attractive. You don't want to put the work in to be attractive. So when you get a woman who seemingly accepts that, right? And a lot of women will accept that so long as you're taking care of them, and they getting some benefit from it, especially financially. They'll accept that lackluster shit, right? But they're not going to be super sexually attracted to you. But anyway, when you get a woman who quote unquote seemingly accepts that, you hold on to it, because most women want you to be attractive. Most women want you to be appealing to the eye. You don't got to have like Arnold Schwarzenegger body or something like that. But women like nice clothes. Women like a guy who's in shape, or with a certain type of body type, or that gets his hair cut, that smells good. You know what I'm saying? That puts clothes together nice. That most women like stuff like this. So when you get one who you think don't like it, and it ain't that she don't like it, she just benefit from you in other ways. But best believe she on Instagram looking, right? So it ain't that she don't like her guy to be attractive, or she don't care about her guy being attractive. You just benefit her more, right? So, but when you get this woman who seemingly doesn't care, it's your everything, because how much, it's not that how much, because it's not a lot of work to make yourself attractive, but to you, in your mind, how much work you have to put in to be attractive, and you don't want to do that. And so when you get this woman, you cling to her, right? And so now that you clinging to her, your laziness makes you tolerate bullshit from her, because you gotta, in order to attract most women, you gotta get your ass up and go to the gym. You gotta, make sure your cologne on point. Get your hair cut every 2 weeks. Go get you some nice clothes and be attractive. You gotta watch what you put in your body, right? This. So in you being lazy, you accept the bullshit that comes with the woman who accepted your mediocre appearance. You see what I'm saying? That's one way guys, one way that guys can be lazy. Another one is for you guys who lack ambition, or don't have your shit together, or don't want to get your situation together, or don't want to better your finances out of being lazy. The women who accept that, you cling to them, right? And when you cling to them, you tolerate their bullshit, because most women gonna require you to have your money together, or they're gonna require you to at least be stable. You see what I'm saying? Be able to take care of yourself, right? Be ambitious. Sorry. When you get a woman who, again, seemingly doesn't care about that, she your everything, right? Because you can be lazy with her, right? But I want you guys to know something. Women that tolerate lackluster dudes who are lazy, especially financially, guys who are broke and don't have ambition, women who tolerate that are very shitty. Trust me. Women who I'm not saying women won't get with a guy who has potential, because a lot of women will get with a guy if they see potential. But women who are okay with you being broke, women who are okay with you not having ambition, women who are okay with you not being stable, more than likely is an energy vampire. It's more than likely a toxic woman, and she's clinging to you because you'll tolerate her bullshit, because she know you can't get anything, you can't get better than her, just due to your financial situation. But this comes from laziness. Guys not wanting to better their financial situation. Guys not wanting to get their money together. It's because they lazy. It ain't, especially nowadays. There's really no excuses nowadays, especially with the internet, Instagram, YouTube. You can make money anyway nowadays. You see what I'm saying? It's straight laziness, but this laziness causes you to, when you do get something, you hold on to it, right? And when she start disrespecting you and she ain't treating you right, you scared to let her go. You scared to charge her to the game, because you know it's going to be hard for you to get out there with your lazy, broke ass and find something else. You see what I'm saying? Women who tolerate guys who are broke with no ambition are toxic. They tolerating guys like that. Not tolerating, they targeting guys like that because these are the only guys who will deal with their crap. I'm going to say it again. Women who accept guys with no ambition and who are okay with being broke are toxic. And the only reason that they deal with these guys is because they know these guys don't have any other options. They know this. And so these guys who lack ambition, who don't want no money, who don't want to, at least make themselves to get themselves in a position where they can take care of themselves, they know that these men will put up with their bullcrap. They know that guys who getting their shit together, or who have their shit together, or have the potential to get their shit together, have better options, and they don't have to deal with that type of shit. You see what I'm saying? So again, I'm not saying that a woman won't deal with you while you down and out and you trying to get your shit together and you coming, because women will. But side eye to women who are okay with you being broke. You see what I'm saying? Another way laziness manifests itself, as far as with men go, is not wanting to put the work in to go even meet women, right? Looking at it like it's a chore to go approach women, or again, make yourself attractive to, enough to go talk to women. And then not only talk to women, get the numbers, chit chat with them, take them on dates, do all of this whole, participate in the game. Guys who are lazy don't want to do that. You see what I'm saying? And guys who are lazy, when they do get women, right? When they do get a woman, again, they tolerate everything. They tolerate disrespect. They tolerate mistreatment, because they don't know where the next meal coming from. And so they scared to let her go. A lot of times too, guys who are lazy usually trick the most, because it's easy. It don't take no work to do that. You see what I'm saying? But y'all know what tricks get. Tricks are for kids, right? Tricks are for kids. But yeah, laziness is a huge cause for guys having chargehoephobia. And this laziness manifests in the areas that I was just talking about. And, when you get a woman, this laziness, you soak in this laziness, and just the thought of going to make yourself attractive, the thought of going to get more money, the thought of going in and getting on a dating scene and, going on dates and stuff like that it brings dread. It brings dread, just the thought of this. So you accept what accepted you, right? But usually the type of woman that accepts you at this lazy state is not a good woman, and they're gonna be treating you all types of ways. You see what I'm saying? But you don't want to let that go because you're lazy. Now if you let her go in order to get your needs met, if you let her go in order to get your needs met, you're going to have to get up, go make you some money. You're going to have to get up, go make yourself attractive. You're going to have to go approach women. You're going to have to date, and put yourself out there, right? But you don't want to do that because you're lazy. Now, another cause of chargehoephobia is low self-worth and like low value, like your perception of yourself. You don't view yourself as high. You view yourself as not valuable, right? And this is going to manifest itself in the way that you behave. This is different from the first one of feeling inadequate and being insecure. It's one thing to be insecure and feeling inadequate about your abilities, but it's another thing to view yourself, as less than, a feeling that you don't have self-worth, right? Or feeling that you don't have value. Because when you feel like this about yourself, you think that other people see you this way. You see what I'm saying? So when you get a woman, right? When you get a woman, you happy and you feel like you lucky to have her, right? You feel like you're lucky to have her, and you don't believe you can get any other. You don't believe that you can get any other woman because you don't even believe that you are valuable enough. You don't believe you deserve a woman. You don't believe that women see you as valuable and worthy. You see what I'm saying? So the woman you do get, you put her on the ultimate pedestal, right? But we know what comes with this type of simp behavior. They're going to start mistreating you. And then when they start mistreating you, what happens? You ain't going to do nothing about it because you don't know where your next meal going to come from, because you don't think women like you. You see what I'm saying? You don't think women like you, right? And again, when you don't value yourself, and when you don't think that you can do better, when you don't think that you're worthy, you don't think you deserve women to treat you right, you accept mistreatment. You feel what I'm saying? Now, another cause for this chargehoephobia, and this one can be a cause of some of these other causes, if that makes sense, is childhood trauma, stuff that happens in childhood. Now, I'm not gonna sit and I'm not no therapist, so if you have traumas in your life, hit me up and I can refer you to some people that can get you right as far as the mental aspect go, because I'm not a therapist. But childhood traumas, going through, abusive parents, abusive dad, abusive mom, mommy issues, which I'll get to in a second, getting touched on, or, moving around a lot, or, getting bullied, or just this stuff that comes from childhood that we tend to take into adulthood. What I can say about childhood trauma is you're a child, right? You're a kid. And as a kid, accept the fact that you had no control over that. Because a lot of the times when people go through trauma as a kid, they internalize it like it's their fault. It's not your fault, right? But again, these childhood traumas, growing into adulthood, people carry these traumas with them to adulthood. And based on what they saw as a kid, they believe that this is what they deserve, right? And so a lot of the times, with the way that they view themselves and the way that they treat themselves, it attracts the wrong type of people, right? But these people who come in are good to them at first, and they don't want to let these people go because they grew attachments to them, if that makes sense, right? And so they have a fear of cutting a woman off because at first the woman was nurturing and it was like the mother you never had, and but she starts to mistreat you and you don't want to let that go. And this is all based on what you saw in childhood or what you experienced in your childhood. You feel what I'm saying? So childhood trauma is another reason, which leads me to another reason of chargehoephobia, which is mommy issues. Guys with mommy issues have chargehoephobia like no other, right? That's either being a mama's boy, right? When your mama overshower you and your mama overshower you and overprotective and just, spoil you rotten. When you get a woman, right? When you grow up and you get a woman who treats you halfway decent, because you don't have a romantic situation with your mother, but when you can get a woman who reminds you of that, who's halfway decent to you or show you a little love, and there's the romantic aspect of it, it makes you never want to let that go. Because again, you can't go screw your mama. right? So you have this situation with this woman that reminds you of your mother, but it's subconsciously, but it's a sexual element to it. You see what I'm saying? And so again, the behavior behind not wanting to let a woman go, it's gonna make you look weak, and then that's what's gonna start the mistreatment. And you scared to charge them, the mistreatment gonna get worse. So being a mama's boy or having abandonment issues, right? As kids who grew up without mothers, right? Mothers are very important. Mothers are a mother's role is downplayed a lot in society. Mothers are very important, right? But you can have the extreme of being a mama's boy, being extremely spoiled, and the other extreme is being abandoned, right? Being abandoned as a kid by your mom. When you get attached to a woman in adulthood, you don't want to feel that abandonment. You don't want to feel that aloneness. You don't want to feel that. So you cling to women who come into your life, and you allow them to mistreat you because you're scared of being abandoned. You don't want them to leave you. You don't want them to walk away because you don't want to be reminded of what it felt like as a child. So fix your childhood issues, your childhood traumas, your mommy issues. Another thing is having an abusive mother. And Johnny Depp was talking about this. I think this was one of the things he was talking about. He had an abusive mother. He grew up in an abusive environment. So he thought that this was normal, right? And, why would I get rid of a woman when this is normal, right? I don't want to get rid of a woman because I don't want to live. I'm scared to get rid of this woman who's mistreating me because I don't want to be in an abnormal situation. I want to be in a situation that's normal to me. And usually people see this type of shit in childhood at first, right? So again, mommy issues is a huge cause of chargehoephobia. Now, the last cause of chargehoephobia is social engineering. Social engineering. And that's just basically watching TV, growing up on TV media, making women so special in our eyes, and pedestalizing women so much that we need them in our lives, and we should keep them in our lives. And without a woman in our lives are not complete. Our lives are going to be out of whack. We just going to be the dumb, bumbling idiot, and the woman, we don't have the woman coming in to save the day and make our lives better, right? Especially growing up on TV as a kid, the way it was portrayed was that a man could not live without a woman. You see what I'm saying? Like if the woman left, or if the woman, walked away, then the man was in shambles. All of the movies, whenever a woman left, the man was in shambles. He couldn't think, he couldn't cook, he couldn't do nothing. He couldn't even take care of himself. You see what I'm saying? And so you grow up seeing that, and you internalize that, and you think that's what it is. You see what I'm saying? And so when you apply that to your situations, when you think that your situation's like that, based on what you saw on TV, you don't want your woman to leave you because you're going to feel like you can't hold it together, or you need her. She completes you, right? Society has taught us that women have more value than men, right? Society has took away the man's value and overvalued the woman, right? And so when we get a woman, we think that, it gets no better than this, cherish her, cherish her with your all, because if you don't cherish her with your all, your life gonna stop and you're not gonna be able to function. You see what I'm saying? This is what society teaches. Our parents teach us this shit. We saw it in the media. We saw it in schools. You see what I'm saying? Social engineering is a big cause of chargehoephobia. Now, real quick before we get out of here, I'm gonna give you guys some symptoms or a few behaviors. And if you have these behaviors, you want to check these behaviors. Look into it further, analyze yourself, audit yourself. They may lead back to chargehoephobia. And if you have chargehoephobia, hit me up. Send me an email at dre@kingdreism.com, or send me a message on Instagram or whatever, or leave a comment and whatever. Just hit me up, get in touch with me so I can help you fix that. But some of these symptoms, right? Again, we're gonna be quick because it's time to get up out of here. But Some of these symptoms are double texting women who leave you on red, right? Who leave you on seen and leave you on red. If you do that, that's a symptom of, you have some deeper issues, and chargehoephobia might be at the root of that, right? Over pursuing women, right? When you over pursue women, it's okay to pursue something, but when you over pursue and you do too much, that's a symptom of that weakness, right? Accepting the friend zone. If you accept the friend zone, if you accept a position to where, if you you make an advance on a woman, or you approach a woman or whatever, or you have a situation where you want some romance with a woman and she says, okay, no, let's just be friends, and you accept that, you more than likely have some deeper rooted issues, and chargehoephobia may be at the root of that. Leading with your wallet, or tricking, or, trying to impress women with your money is a sign of chargehoephobia, right? Accepting infidelity, right? Accepting that women cheat on you, right? Accepting women to accepting women who cheat on you, taking women back who cheat on you. If you take women back who cheat on you, you more than likely have chargehoephobia. Agreeing to open relationships. If you agree to, in my opinion, man, if you agree to open relationships, saying that, and I'm talking about open relationships to where, you got to take care of a woman, provide for her, the whole nine, but she get to go sleep with other men. If you agree to stuff like that, then you more than likely have chargehoephobia. Because to me, I just can't wrap my mind around that. Like, I can't wrap my mind around, me taking care of a woman, me basically sacrificing my life for her loyalty, and, people get to benefit on the fruits of my labor. I can't fathom that, right? So, and to me, that's a sign of you don't want to let that woman go. You willing to accept her, you willing to accept being her man who's in charge of providing for her and protecting her, right? You responsible for this, but you don't want to let her go so much so to where you'll take this role, right? But she get to go do dicks and, play the field, right? And basically get you see what I'm saying? Like, to me, that's a huge sign of chargehoephobia. Another one is tolerating verbal disrespect, letting women test you, letting women get feisty with you, and you not doing anything about it. Or if you're scared to confront a woman when she's getting snappy with you, or you scared to tell a woman, hey, sit your ass down, like chill out, don't talk to me like that. If you're scared of that type of confrontation with a woman, you more than likely have chargehoephobia. If a woman is testing you, if she's showing up late and flaking on you and you don't say nothing about it, you letting this shit happen, you more than likely have chargehoephobia. If you are compromising your opportunity for a woman, meaning if you shit on your opportunity for a woman, if you have an opportunity to do something, let's say it's like, hey, you can take this cooking class to get this, to get this certificate so you can get $5 extra per hour on your salary. But your woman was like, hey, I just want to spend some time with you. And, you take this instead of the opportunity, you got chargehoephobia. If you put your woman over your money, you have chargehoephobia. If you put your money over any woman, you have chargehoephobia. Your money's supposed to come first. So those are some symptoms. It could be a long ass list. I know I can make that list super long, but we're not going to do that today. And I'm gonna let you guys go because we've been at this for a little minute. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. Join the Patreon, patreon.com/KingDreism. We got the $5 tier, which won't be $5 no more. After about a couple weeks, we're going to raise it to 10. But if you get on at the 5, you get to stay at 5. Where we're going to drop videos, exclusive videos twice a week. You get private access to the Discord groups. You get private access to the Facebook group. And we also have the $100 tier where we, excuse me. We have the $100 tier where we do bi-weekly Zoom meetings, twice a month Zoom meetings where we meet, Q&A sessions, answer game questions, just basic game session, giving game, answering questions, reading text threads or whatever, basically game maintenance. And you get to private access to me twice a month. That's more than worth the price, because a consultation with me is $500 per hour. So jump on the Patreon at $100 a month to get that type of deal. Of course, it's in a group setting, but it's private. And that's at patreon.com/KingDreism. Follow me on all social media, KingDreism. That's TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter. And go to CaptainSaverbroAcademy.com to get all your courses. Attraction 101, how to build confidence, how to find your value, how to vet women properly. The other courses ain't up yet. I'll let y'all know when they're going to be available. But anyway, guys, I appreciate you guys for tuning in. It's none other than your gracious game advisor, yours truly, King Dre. I'm gone.